our nature is Shiva, our nature is auspiciousness.
Yes.
But too much we are identified with the body, with the negativities, so then we feel low. One of the meanings of Shravan is to listen.
Yes.
So he says that one should listen to Tatwa Jnana, one should listen to Brahma Vidya, one should listen to the knowledge of the self. The fruits of that one gets, especially Shiva sadhana, one gets when one does in just this 1 month.
In a sense, this is a shortcut.
Yeah, bhakti is a shortcut in that sense.
Bhakti is a shortcut.
Yeah. So when any seeker is doing sadhana, it will come. The poisons will come out of the mind and that seeker has to offer it away to Bhagwan. People actually tell us, Swamiji, before meditation I was better. After meditation now I think I am going mad. Because as Swamiji Chinmaya used to say, that when our mind is not ready, we are not trained, instead of meditation only happens. Shiva also is in meditation.
Yeah.
Vishnu Bhagwan also goes into Yoga Nidra.
Yoga Nidra.
Brahmaji also sits and meditates. But Jiva doesn't want to meditate. So Shivji has done so many things. But there is no mention of Shivji having any substance like weed or ganja or any chillam or anything like that. The Shadakshari mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, as well as Gayatri mantra, either or both, will have maximum benefit in this month.
We're in the midst of the very spiritually charged season of Shravan, which is considered to be Lord Shiva's favorite month. It is a time when devotees fast and perform Havans and poojas for Shiv Bhagwan, as they say that this is the ideal time to connect with him. But what do these rituals really mean? And what does it mean to connect with Shiva? With every legend and practice in Hinduism, there's always a much deeper significance. To tell us more about the sacred season of Shravan and the spiritual practices that we can follow to purify the mind, we have with us one of the most dynamic leaders and Acharyas of the Chinmaya Mission, the very learned Swami Swatmananda.
Namaste.
Hari Om, Namaste. Welcome on Buzz by the Bay once again. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to talk to you again.
Thank you, Anushka ji.
It's a very auspicious time of Shravan. Why is it considered Lord Shiva's favorite month? Tell us a little more about Shravan.
So Shravan is a very dear month to Bhagwan Shiva. He himself says that in the Skanda Puran, that when Mother Sati, she immolated herself, Bhagwan Shiva was very heartbroken. And she took birth finally as Parvati and she did the Shravan Mas Vrat as a part of her tapasya, and this is the month doing the vrat, she unites with Bhagwan Shiva. And so Bhagwan is very, very pleased that after a long time Sati has come back as Parvati and she unites with Bhagwan Shiva following this vrat of Shravan. So that is one reason why the Shravan is very dear to Bhagwan. Second also, the Ishta Devata of Bhagwan Shiva is Bhagwan Vishnu.
Oh.
And Bhagwan Vishnu took many avatars, but the most special avatar of Bhagwan Vishnu is as Krishna.
Yes.
He is called as Purna avatar. And this Purna avatar happened in this month of Shravan, when on the Ashtami Tithi we celebrate the Krishna Janmashtami. So Shivji is very happy that in this specific month he has taken this avatar. And the third reason also he himself says in the Skanda Puran that in this month comes the Purnima, which has the Shravana nakshatra.
Okay.
And one of the meanings of Shravan is to listen.
Yes.
So he says that one should listen to Tatwa Jnana, one should listen to Brahma Vidya, one should listen to the knowledge of the self and realize the Shiva Tatwa. And so he also gives 12 qualities of a good listener in this month. Shivji says that in the whole year, whatever sadhana one does, the fruits of that one gets, especially Shiva sadhana, one gets when one does in just this 1 month.
Oh, so it's very spiritually charged.
Very spiritually charged.
It's a very powerful month. So it's equivalent to a full years of sadhana if you do it in this particular month. You also mentioned Shravan, which means to listen. So we have those we have Shravan, Mananan and Nididhyasan. So Shravan is to listen.
Listen.
And you said there are 12 qualities of a listener. Can you tell us?
So I'm going to just share those verses directly from Skanda Puran. This comes in the Shravan Mas Mahatmyam in the first chapter, where beautifully Bhagwan says, Adambhikyam tathastikyam ashathatvam subhaktita. Meaning, one should have adambhikyam, absence of hypocrisy, astikyam, faith that there is a truth beyond body, mind, intellect, there is consciousness. One should have ashathatvam, absence of cunning and deceit. And subhaktita, one should have pure and sincere devotion. Shushrushatvam, one should have the ability to be selfless and serve. Vinitatvam, be humble. Brahmanyatvam, respect those who are wise, who are learning Vedas and who are living the Vedic knowledge. Sushilata, good and noble character. Dhruvatvam, steadfastness of the mind. Shuchitvam, purity of body, mind and speech. Tapasvitvam, austerity. And anasuyata, freedom from envy or fault finding. These 12 qualities if one has, the mind will be pure and single pointed, and such a mind will realize Shiva instantly. As one listens, one will realize the truth. In case one is not able to realize that way, then we need mananam. So then one does reflection. And then one does nididhyasan, contemplation and meditation, and then realizes the oneness.
So if you follow these 12 rules, if you can acquire these qualities, then you can become one with Shiva, one with the pure consciousness, one with Brahman, as we say. 12 qualities you mentioned are fantastic qualities to have, but not easy to, very difficult to acquire, right? All at once.
They appear difficult, no doubt, but when we have a goal, see, for any goal we need to put in the efforts. So one quality if I develop, which is bhakti for Bhagwan, these 12 will manage to come.
Okay.
Because when he says here subhaktita, that is the key.
The key.
If I love Bhagwan, then all this will come. In any successful achievement, that is the secret.
Okay.
If I love the goal, I will put in all the hard work for it, and I will put in whatever is required to attain that. And this is the highest goal.
This is the highest goal. So, in a sense, this is a shortcut.
Yeah, bhakti is a shortcut in that sense.
Bhakti is a shortcut. I wanted to ask you, there is also the legend of that this is the time when Shivji swallowed the halahal poison during the Samudra Manthan. So, that is also associated with Shravan.
People associate that Bhagwan also says in Skanda Puran Mahatmyam, one of the things he says, he consumes the halahal poison. So the idea here is this, on the path to realization, Amrit represents that, self-realization, immortality, and all of us seek that, permanent happiness. So on the path to that, when we start doing any sadhana, the mind will throw out impurities. The first thing that comes out of Samudra Manthan is poison.
Poison, yes. Yeah.
And it comes out because Vasuki is a symbol of selflessness, and Vasuki throws out the poison from his mouth as well as the poison from the Samudra, all manifests. So when any seeker is doing sadhana, it will come. The poisons will come out of the mind, and that seeker has to offer it away to Bhagwan. That's the best way to let go of any negativity, any guilt, regret, fear, shame, stress, anxiety, whatever is there in the mind. So that we don't judge ourselves. Our nature is Shiva, our nature is auspiciousness.
Yes.
But too much we are identified with the body, with the negativities. So then we feel low, we feel self-condemning thoughts come. People have depressive thoughts today, stress, they feel suicidal. Offer it all to Bhagwan. Any negative thought comes, say, Bhagwan, you take it away, I am offering it to you. And so this is the month, especially in this, when the Chaturmas happens and the rainy season is there, the sun is not there out for a long time. So negativities do land up in the mind much more.
Okay.
Tamoguna also is there quite a bit in the environment. People like to be lazy, lethargic.
Yes,
We don't want to travel out too much.
Yeah, so इस मौसम में से तमोगुना है, आलस है. You have that temptation to just be the inertia. That inertia sets in, and that's true. That whenever there is a churning, जब भी मंथन है, the first thing that comes out is poison. So whenever you first start doing your sadhana, meditation, japa, all those uneasy thoughts start coming out, and it feels terrible. And like you said, just offer it to Shiva.
People actually tell us, Swamiji, before meditation I was better. After meditation now I think I am going mad. Because as Swamiji Chinmaya used to say, that when our mind is not ready, we are not trained, instead of meditation only happens.
Meditation.
And the mind goes round, wandering everywhere. It's just that I've become more aware now. What is already there is just coming out. I've only become more aware. And if I remember this, ki my nature is one with Shiva, then just let go of all this and the journey will become fast.
Meditation or meditation. But I love that line, but it's true. But then what do you do? मन को नियंत्रण कैसे कर सकते हैं? Then in those times when you feel,
उसी के लिए साधना का बल चाहिए. भगवान गीता में यही कहते हैं, अर्जुन जब पूछता है भगवान को कि मेरा मन इतना चंचल है, प्रमाथी है, बहुत ही बलवान है, उसको हम नियंत्रित नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, तो कैसे नियंत्रित करें? केवल दो चीज़ें भगवान कहते हैं, अभ्यासेन तो कौन्तेय वैराग्येन च गृह्यते. अभ्यास करो और वैराग्य होना चाहिए. शिव जी इन दोनों की मूर्ति है. ही इज एम्बॉडीमेंट ऑफ डिस्पैशन एंड एम्बॉडीमेंट ऑफ प्रैक्टिस. प्रैक्टिस ऑफ सिंगल पॉइंटेडनेस साधना आई हैव टू डू. And that's why simple sadhanas in this month are very, very effective. And dispassion. Be dispassionate, no dependency on anything in the world for one's own happiness. If these two we can develop, that's it.
Is this also the period when Lord Vishnu is in Yoga Nidra?
Yes.
I've seen that in one of your posts.
So Deva Shayani Ekadashi, which is Ashadhi Ekadashi, that day Bhagwan goes into Yoga Nidra. And then he wakes up after the Chaturmas on the Deva Utthani Ekadashi. So Bhagwan is not going into sleep. Yoga Nidra is very different. Yoga Nidra is to be in the state of union.
Okay.
With the Absolute Self. And so each month a different deity takes care. Not only month, like Shiv Ji takes care for Shravan, then there is Navratri, then there is Pitrus, then Ganesh Ji comes before that. Like that it will go on. So the idea here is that entire 4 months of Chaturmas are fully sadhana oriented. And you can identify with whichever Ishta Devata of yours and do your sadhana. And specifically you celebrate their qualities for a certain number of days, like Shivji for a month, then Krishna Janmashtami will come, then Ganesh Ji 10 days, Navratri 9 days, Pitru Paksh 15 days. So all the 4 months, which are sometimes difficult months because monsoon is there, travel is difficult, health issues are there, change of weather is there, so many challenges are there. The mind can be moved away from all this into the state of yoga. And that's why Bhagwan Vishnu may be in Yoga Nidra, but others are handling. Yeah. And Bhagwan sends that message also, that you want to be the sustainer, Vishnu Bhagwan is the sustainer.
Yes.
Then you must be anchored in yoga. Even in our daily life, we want to sustain whatever wealth, success, achievements, whatever we have, relationships. How much anchored are we in spiritual knowledge, in our true self, in good values, in devotion to Bhagwan? That anchoring is very, very important. Today our anchoring is in money, power, position, fame, and insecurity rises many times because these are fickle. That which is permanent, in that our anchoring has to happen. So Bhagwan sets that example. See, the beauty of our Sanatan Dharma is Bhagwan sets the example for the Jiva.
Yes.
Shiva also is in meditation.
Yeah.
Vishnu Bhagwan also goes into Yoga Nidra. Brahmaji also sits and meditates. But Jiva doesn't want to meditate. Jiva doesn't want to do sadhana. Jiva's mind is very restless. Bhagwan says, "Arey, you look at me. He doesn't need to meditate. Why is he meditating? He is the truth."
Yes, he is the truth, but he still meditates.
He still meditates. So Bhagwan himself is setting this, called leadership by example in modern context. And he is also actually saying one more important point. He is the sustainer, but even without him, world is sustaining. You and I have such strong doership, no?
Yes.
Ki without us things won't happen. Bhagwan says ki I take time out, I am doing my sadhana, world will still go on. Bhagwan himself sets that example, ki drop your doership and self-importance. Without you also the world has been going on, it will go on after you also. So don't miss out on your sadhana.
No, I love that lesson. Don't think that you're the reason the world is turning on its, axis, and that absolutely there's no excuse to avoid your sadhana.
Correct.
Drop that doership, drop that ego. That's a beautiful lesson. So coming to, why is Somvar, why is Monday so important in Shravan?
So again in Skanda Puran as well as in Shiv Puran, Bhagwan says something very nice. He says that Somvar of Shravan, if you do the Somvar Vrat, and he has kept very simple Vrat, you have to just do simple fasting on that day and you worship Bhagwan Shiva with Mother Parvati. That's all you have to do on that day. He says if you worship 4 or sometimes 5 Mondays which come, you will get punya worshipping Shiva on all the Mondays of the whole year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Again shortcut. But why is Somvar specifically dear to Bhagwan? It's very interesting. Soma, word Soma, is split as Sa and Uma.
Sa and Uma.
Sa and Uma. So as I said, Shravan is the month where Bhagwan unites with Mother Parvati.
Yes.
And Bhagwan loves her very much. So the very word Soma, he is very, very happy with that because it includes him and Mother Parvati.
Uma is Mother Parvati.
With Mother Parvati.
Yeah.
So Bhagwan's name actually is Soma. And that also means that Bhagwan has the Ardhanarishwara Roop also,
Yes.
where left half is Mother Parvati, right half is him. And so that symbolizes the union of Purusha and Prakriti. The whole Srishti happens because of the combination of consciousness and matter, Purusha and Prakriti.
Yeah.
And so Somvar is actually the day of Bhagwan Shiva itself. That is one meaning, where he is with Mother Parvati. That's why one should worship him with Mother Parvati on Somvar.
On Somvar.
Yeah. Second is Soma also means the moon.
Yes.
And moon is symbolic of coolness, calmness and being composed, which are the qualities of Bhagwan Shiva. And one who worships Bhagwan on that day will also develop these qualities. And last reason is, it is also significant of compassion of Bhagwan Shiva. Because Soma is moon and Chandra, as we know, as Puranas they tell us, 27 nakshatras which are there, they are 27 daughters of Daksha who are married to Bhagwan Soma, moon, Chandra. But Chandra is very partial to Rohini.
One of the
And Rohini loves that attention that she gets, but the other 26 are very upset and they complain to Daksha Prajapati, and Daksha Prajapati tells Soma also that, please you pay attention to others also, but somehow he is very fascinated with Rohini, and so Daksha Prajapati curses him that you lose all your luminescence. And so Chandra becomes absolutely devoid of any light.
Luminosity, yeah,
any
any light.
luminosity is completely gone, dark. So he comes down on the earth and he does tapasya. He makes a Shivalinga and he worships Bhagwan Shiva. And that Shivalinga is what is supposed to be one of the first Jyotirlings, that is Somnath
Okay, all right.
in Gujarat.
In Gujarat, yeah.
So beautiful Shivalinga he makes, he worships Bhagwan, and then Bhagwan manifests there in the form of the Jyotirlinga. And he tells Bhagwan, this is what has happened to me, I got this curse from Daksha, my luminosity has gone, please help me. So he says, I can't remove the curse fully,
Yeah.
but I will bless you that you will regain your luminosity over 15 days and again lose it over 15 days. So we have the Purnima and Amavasya.
Yeah.
And he also he says that whoever worships me on this Somvar, which is also the day for Chandra, will be blessed with great knowledge, happiness, fulfillment of desires. So Somvar is dear to him. And then he takes Chandra and keeps him on the
The Jata.
forehead,
on
on the Jata
yeah.
also. So that is symbolic of Shivji's compassion. So that is a beautiful symbolism, that why Somvar is so dear to Bhagwan. It is symbolic of his compassion.
Yeah.
And so a seeker, if they remember this, that no matter what is my attachment, I need to drop it and I need to focus on Shiva and his compassion, and I will regain my true nature.
Okay. Beautiful story that it's really symbolic of Bhagwan Shiva's compassion that he showed to Soma, the moon, to give him his light back. And also, like you said, the one way to get rid of your material attachments is to drop that and attach to the higher. So coming to, you've mentioned this word Shiva Tatwa. What does Shiv Tatwa actually mean?
So Shiva, literally the word Shiva means auspiciousness. That which is most auspicious, which is purest, is the consciousness, which is infinite, which is beyond space, time, causation, which is unborn, unchanging, undying, imperishable. And that is what enlivens everything in this Srishti, including the individual. If Shiva Tattva, consciousness, is not enlivening this won't even exist. Because Shiva is Satyam, it is existence. Shiva is auspiciousness, consciousness, and Shiva is beautiful, Sundaram, is Ananda Swarupa. So every single thing in this Srishti is enlivened by Shiva Tattva, consciousness.
Yes.
Which today quantum physics also understands and says, the matter is not the basis of the whole creation, it is consciousness. They call it quantum consciousness. So that consciousness from which the whole Srishti rises, in which it stays, into which it goes back, is called Shiva Tattva. So the third meaning of Shiva is Shamyatiti Shivaha, one who makes you absolutely still and peaceful, is Shiva. Only with a peaceful mind one can transcend the duality, and one will realize there is only one non-dual truth. Till the mind is in agitation, till the mind is in disturbance, duality, this will appear very real.
Yes.
As long as I am in the dream appears very real.
Yeah.
The moment I wake up, I realize, that whole thing was illusory, it was not true. So one who helps to make the mind peaceful is Shiva. And Shiva is also one who is, if you reverse the word Shiva, what will you get? Shi, va, shi.
Oh, Vashi.
Vashi, that's all.
Vashi.
Vashi. So Vashi means one who is a master. Vash karna hai na?
Okay.
So Shiva is the one who is a master of his body, mind, intellect, and he helps the devotees to attain that self-mastery.
Like you've said, Shiva Tattva is that consciousness. So it is a substratum from which the whole world or the universe emerges and rises. So Shiva is essentially that substratum. And what Shiva gives you is control over your own mind. It gives you self-mastery, helps you to rise to that point where you know that I am not this body, mind, intellect. Let's just clear some myths about Shiva. There are a lot of youth who think that Shivji is the god who smokes chillams and charas, and he is the god we should be offering ganja to. There are, and then
many of them.
And they sort of justify their habits of taking substances by saying, "Lekin Shivji ne to liya tha, so why can't we do it?"
Yeah, Shivji ne liya tha, why can't we do it? Shivji ne halahal vish piya tha, why don't you do it first? Shivji महीनों तक बैठे रहते हैं, सालों तक बैठे रहते हैं तपस्या में, why don't you do it? Shivji gave the knowledge of yoga to so many great yogis.
Yes.
So Shivji has done so many things. But there is no mention of Shivji having any substance like weed or ganja or any chillam or anything like that. Some artist has just drawn it. And some Bollywood song, Jai Jai Shiva Shankar, Kanta Lage Na Kankar, Pyala Tere Naam Ka Piya, and all that. Now people are drinking in the name of Shiva. There is no way that Shivji will do any kind of intoxication, because who needs intoxication? Is somebody who doesn't have joy in life, somebody who wants pleasure from just substances. One who is reveling in the bliss of infinite consciousness and bliss of the absolute truth doesn't need anything.
Now coming to the rituals, Riti Rivaz, Shravan ke jo Riti Rivaz hai, and how the kind of havans we should do, the offerings we make to Lord Shiva, and the deeper symbolism of these rituals. Basically, how to awaken the energy of Shiv. शिव की ऊर्जा को जागृत कैसे कर सकते हैं श्रावण में?
So there are different sadhanas which are done, no doubt.
Yeah.
I am just going to share a few of them which are very simple ones. Bhagwan says that in the Shravan month, do upvas. If you can do whole month, great. Otherwise, do on Mondays. Upvas will help us to invoke the energy from space. See, our body is made up of 5 elements. And it sustains on the energy from 5 elements. And these 5 elements are none other than Shiva in another form. So, we get energy of earth from food we eat, energy of water by the water we drink, energy of the fire through the sunlight, energy of air through the breathing and the deep breathing, pranayam, etc. But how do we get energy of space? That comes to us through upvas.
Fasting.
Fasting.
Okay.
Literally, fasting is done where one just drinks water. If one can't do that, then one drinks milk and eats some fruits for one time a day. If that is difficult, then one eats some non-cereal based food again one time a day. Now when this happens, the apana vayu in the body, which is otherwise going downwards, going in so much time goes in digestion.
Yeah.
If one conserves that energy, upvas also means to sit near and remember Bhagwan. So it is not just not eating. People have given too much of focus on not eating or too much of focus on eating upvas food, and they sit and plan. Morning I will eat this, makhana ka kheer, and afternoon I will rajagra ka puri, and it's just too much on food. It is meant to think of Bhagwan. Sit near God is called upvas. So that is first sadhana. He says ki you do upvas. No need to torture the body. If you can do it comfortably, do it. Focus is on doing sadhana. Second, he says do abhishek. Simple abhishek with just water also is enough on a Shivlinga.
On the Shivlinga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shivlinga is symbol of consciousness. Shivlinga is the symbol of Bhagwan himself, because linga means a sign and Shivalinga means that which is the sign of Shiva. And just like that water pervades the linga, may my thoughts pervade the divine, or may the divine pervade my thoughts. So when one does the abhisheka, just like that water will cleanse that linga, linga also means our mind. So Shivalinga means that mind in which consciousness is reflecting. That mind has to be purified. So water, when we offer, it is symbolic of purifying the mind. And that water is actually not wasted ever, and it should not be wasted actually.
Okay. What should we do with it?
One takes it, puts it in some plant, one distributes it to people as prasad, people take it as tirtham. Now you asked about different dravyas, so I am just going to share specifically from the various Puranas the significance of different dravyas.
Dravyas are kind of
offerings. Yes. The things that we offer, like milk, coconut water, curd, panchamrit, many things. And so people actually think that, okay, why are you offering all this? It is going for a waste, and why don't you give it to somebody who is poor? I mean, of course you can give to somebody who is poor. That's a different act of compassion.
Yes.
One should definitely do. But this is not a waste. This is offered with bhavana to Bhagwan. Shiv Puran says that Jal Abhishek, when it is done, it is equal to bathing in all the tirthas. It is considered as invoking Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, etc. on the linga, and then you are doing the Abhishek. When you offer the milk, then the Shiv Puran says that by bathing Shiva with milk, one attains longevity and progeny. It also calms down Bhagwan in certain ways. When we have done something wrong, Bhagwan sometimes gives a certain karma phala of that.
Yeah.
And Bhagwan may be upset with the jiva also, that why did you do this? So Bhagwan may be in a Rudra Rupa, so it calms down Bhagwan. Curd, when you offer, the Skanda Puran Kashi Khanda says that it bestows prosperity, good fortune, offspring. Now we should remember that these are also said in the Puranas because different devotees have different desires. And we are very selfish, we want everything from Bhagwan, but we don't want to give much to Bhagwan. And all that which has been created belongs to whom? It all belongs to Bhagwan.
Bhagwan.
Shiv Puran says that honey offering grants melodious voice and removal of mental agitation. Sugarcane juice, Skanda Puran says by Abhisheka of sugarcane juice one attains the delight of wealth and prosperity. Then fruit juices when we offer, and coconut water is considered as the purest.
Oh.
He says here that fruit juices bestow fulfillment of desires and increase of bhakti. Panchamrit, specifically the Shiv Puran says, by bathing Shiva with Panchamrit, the devotee attains long life, health and liberation. Bhasma is symbol of Vairagya.
Ashes.
Ash.
Yeah.
So people do mix Bhasma in water and then do the Bhasma Abhishek. So Shiv Puran says Shiva is pleased with Abhishek of Bhasma and grants Vairagya and Mukti.
Detachment.
Detachment
Grants
and
detachment.
Mukti.
Yeah.
Then Bilva Patra also is mixed with water and then offered.
The Bel Patra.
Bel Patra.
Yeah.
So Shiv Puran says that offering Bilva with Abhisheka destroys the sins of millions of births.
Really?
So these are different dravyas which are offered.
So coming to what if someone doesn't want to do rituals or doesn't feel that it's within them to do rituals, or let's say someone can't even afford to do rituals. Let's come to that. What about japa?
Perfect. One can do.
Just if you just take a mala and you do your japa.
Yeah. So in Skanda Puran, Bhagavan Shiva says that in this month, especially, in any month it will apply, but this month especially, one who does japa of the Shadakshari mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, as well as Gayatri mantra, either or both, will have maximum benefit in this month. And Purascharan done in this month will fructify very fast. Purascharan means as many alphabets are there, that many lakh or crore times you do the japa.
Okay.
So if Om Namah Shivaya is 6 alphabets,
Okay.
you do 6 lakh japa.
6 lakh japa through the month.
If you can do through the month, great. If not, you start now. You fix, Purascharan is done in a certain time span.
Okay.
So maybe you do it in 2 months time. So 2 months time if you have to do 200 malas in a day. Then you will be able to do in 1 month. If you do 100 malas in a day, you will be able to do in 2 months. So as a ritual, if you don't want to do Abhishek, etc., but please remember one thing, even japa when one does, there are some basic things to be followed for japa also.
Okay.
Because one should have a form in front as much as one can. Because the mind wanders, then you need the form to focus.
So the Shiv
Shiva's form
Murti.
and as well as a linga.
as well as a linga.
And you light one lamp and you sit, you remember the mantra. Before you chant the japa, there is a simple process called nyasa. So you remember the rishi, the devata, the chanda, the bijam, the shakti, the kilakam. Then you start doing, because it's a mantra. It is a science of sound. And it is not any word that can be just repeated, it becomes a mantra. No. So there is a rishi to whom the mantra is revealed. Like Om Namah Shiva is revealed to Vamadev rishi.
Okay.
Samba Sadashiva is the devata. Anushtup is the chanda. Then there is Namaha. Om is the bijam. Namaha is the shakti. Shivaya is the kilakam. So you have to just remember this. There is a small paragraph which will be there with that. You remember this, establish the mantra in your body, and then you start doing the japa. Then the mantra will give its full impact.
Okay.
If I simply start doing, no harm, but the tradition says that if you do it with the vidhi, then the result will come appropriately and you will see the benefits faster. Otherwise what will happen is you will start doing, and in some time you will get the knowledge of how to do it properly.
I'm very happy to hear this, because I'm sure there are, unless someone tells you, someone learned tells you this, you're not going to know all this, right? So that's Om Namah Shivaya, which is the most powerful mantra, and during this phase, also the Gayatri mantra.
Gayatri mantra also. Both are very powerful. And that's why Shivji says that either of these, you can chant any other mantra also if you want of Shivji. But these are most common ones. Om Namah Shivaya, Mrityunjaya mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. These are very common mantras of Shivji and one can chant.
Okay. Coming to the Mrityunjaya mantra, again a very powerful mantra. So that also can be chanted at this time. It's beneficial.
Yeah, in fact people do Mrityunjaya Havan.
Havan.
They also do the offerings into the fire while chanting the mantra. It is meant for good health, longevity, as well as for increasing our bhakti, our mumukshutvam. So the mantra is a very, very powerful mantra.
Yeah.
It comes in the Rudram portion. And so we meditate. Triambakam yajamahe. I meditate on the three-eyed Lord.
Yeah.
Sugandhim, who is very fragrant. Pushti Vardhanam, who nourishes our health and all levels, body, mind, intellectual health, he nourishes spiritual health. And who is anchored in detachment. Urvarukamiva bandhanat, how the cucumber effortlessly falls away when it has become ripe.
Yeah.
May I develop detachment while living in this world, having seen everything, understand its limitation, and rise above it to realize something which is far greater, which is infinite. So help me to develop that detachment. Mrityoho mukshiya, free me from the fear of death.
Yes.
And also free me from the resistance to change, because death is not just physical death. Any change is the death of the previous condition and the birth of a new condition.
Yeah.
And human being actually resists change. We don't want change. So Bhagavan says, you help me, the seeker says, you please help me to be free from the fear of change. Let me learn to surrender and accept life as it comes. And Mrityoho mukshiya ma amritat, may I be free. May I not neglect immortality, ma amritat. Because we generally forget why we have come here. In the work, enjoyments, other things, we forget immortality is why we came here.
For realizing the absolute. So let me not neglect immortality, let me not forget my true nature, that I am not this limited body, mind, intellect, that I am much beyond that. And let me strive for that realization. It's such a powerful mantra. But Swamiji, a lot of people say they recite the Mahamrityunjaya mantra when someone is very ill, or also to prevent accidents, untimely death and accidents. That is also why people say.
That is one of the important benefits of the mantra. Because Pushti Vardhanam comes in that. And Mrityoho Mukshiya. There the word Mrityoho means Akala Mrityu, untimely death.
Untimely death. Lastly, let's come to Shivoham.
So it is a mantra in the sense, not like a mantra which one does japa of, but so there are mantras which are meant for japa, there are mantras which are meant for nididhyasana or meditation. So Shivoham is found in different places in the Upanishads. In the Kaivalya Upanishad it comes Chinmatroham Sada Shivaha. So Shivoham will come in many places. So it is meant for meditation.
Meditation.
Shivoham means I am Shiva. Where I does not mean the body, mind, intellect, my individuality. I means consciousness.
What's an easy way to just meditate on Shiv during this period, to connect with him? What is the simplest way, let's say, for someone who's not so deeply knowledgeable about the Shastras and is a beginner?
So two things you can do. One is you keep a form of Bhagavan Shiva and visualize. You see the form, that is called Tratak. You stare at the form, you close the eyes and you visualize the form of Bhagavan Shiva. If that form is difficult to visualize fully, you visualize just the face of Bhagavan Shiva.
Okay.
Because the mind thinks in terms of pictures. Our mind, if I say apple, what will come in your mind? Red apple,
or a phone.
Green apple, or a phone. So some picture will come. If I say Shiva, what will come? Something connected to Shiva has to come in the mind. So the mind has to be trained to hold on to Shiva as a form. Because that form will have deeper meaning, symbolism. So the spiritual sadhana can begin just with simple invoking of the form of Bhagavan. If you find that very difficult, then worship form, visualize a Shiva Linga. So first simplest sadhana is to invoke Bhagavan in one's heart and talk to Bhagavan, express your gratitude to Bhagavan, thank him. If you want to fight also, you fight with him. If you want to be angry also, you be angry with him.
You can, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Shivji will accept everything. Because he has created us. He is our father and mother. If as a child I want to be angry with my parent, I have all rights to be angry. I can always tell him, why did you do this to me? Or why am I going through this? In that way also you are connecting to him.
Yes.
So, important point is not a ritual first. Important point is your relationship with Bhagavan. And for relationship, you must have a form and you must build a bond. What is your bond with Shiva? That you have to ask first. Then you channelize the emotions, whether you do talking, whether you do any offering, whether you do any chanting, everything will be second. In this Shravan, if we have not yet formed a bond with Shiva, specifically one form, one bond and one form,
Okay.
then do that first. Then everything else will follow after that. Because bhakti, like we began, subhaktita, when he said here, you develop bhakti, all the other 11 values will come. Otherwise, one will think it is mechanical.
Yes.
Why is it mechanical? Because my heart is not involved. Suppose I love cricket, then I watch cricket. However bad India is playing, I still watch because I love it.
Yeah.
So if I love Bhagwan first, so one should do that. The simplest thing is to do that.
Yeah.
Identify a form, visualize the form, build a bond with Bhagwan and talk to Bhagwan.
Okay.
Then you start doing any other ritual.
So build a bond with Bhagwan before doing any of the rituals. And that way you will also, purify your own mind and move ahead. Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har
Har Har
Mahadev. Thank
Mahadev.
you. Har Har
Thank you.
Mahadev.